you certainly were not about to give up, Landon, because the first makeup compact Russian roulette episode, you did that in the very first episode.
I sure did.
You had to do what? Drink a chalice of live spiders.
Yeah.
Take me back there.
So we all selected our chalice, our compact. I opened it up, and you had no idea what we're about to do. So I walked up. They told us what we're going to do. I walked up to the center. I'm holding it. I'm looking into all of these cobwebs are filled, spider webs. They had already created their whole home. So it was filled with spider webs. So I knew that I couldn't just like wimp out and just pretend just act like I wasn't in it to win it. I knew I needed to be punk rock about this shit and fucking eat the damn shit and deal with it. And I went into this competition knowing that whatever exterminations they put us through were temporary. The pain is temporary. The pressure is temporary. The anxiety is temporary. So I knew everything is temporary. So I just kept reminding myself, this is temporary, it's temporary. You're gonna shit these spiders out. Eventually, you're gonna go in, you're gonna come out. You're gonna be fine. So they said action, I dumped it in my mouth. I had to scoop out more because the spider webs were keeping them in. I scooped them all out, I dumped all of them in, and they wiggled around in my mouth. Their little bodies were popping in between my teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
For real though. I had just had, because complication with radiation is I'm having teeth problems. So I'm slowly having a lot of teeth removed. So I had just had 5 molars removed. So I was still healing, had stitches in my mouth.
Oh no.
And so I actually asked one of the producers to go down and get my dentures for me so I can plug up the holes.
Right.
The last thing I wanted were spiders walking around inside my gums.
Right, because that sounds like an urban legend. It's like the drag king and the spiders, and they laid eggs in the gums.
For real.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, one started crawling up my throat after, and so once they said cut, I asked for some water. I swallowed that bitch down, and I was picking legs out of my teeth all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly said, I'm here to play. Don't underestimate me. And then, honey, like we said earlier, no elimination sessions for you.
Yeah.
You were not ever up for extermination. You just had so many highlights in the show. So we have in the Vampire Burlesque competition section, you had to incorporate a fan into the look, and you were the mariachi vampire, honey.
Yes. Oh, to have that body again. COVID carbs, I remind you, COVID carbs. But yeah, that one was my drag has always been political and statements, and I've always made sure that I spoke my mind. And so I needed to bring something kind of political, and so current was this horrible administration that we're dealing with, and I felt so attacked that my people were being attacked at the walls, and this Latinos and anyone trying to just ask for help were just being treated like horrible, horribly. And so I had my commentary on it was fuck your wall, and I had my bottle of blood brew. And when they added that, I actually had an accordion planned that had like skeletal keys, and I made the keys look skeletal. And when I opened it, blood was gonna come out. I broke the accordion, and blood was gonna pour out of the accordion. But when they added that twist, I just switched my whole story along to have a trumpet. And I have a gift for you.
You do?
It's my below me fan just for you. I figured you could add that
King.
to your
I
arsenal.
definitely will.
Yeah.
I'd like to say this to anyone who's ever written a negative comment.
Yes.
You also slayed that Hospital of Horrors challenge as the Mad Doctor, though you did misspell intelligence on the book prop.
Oh, and I was in GATE, if anyone remembers GATE programs, and yeah, he's all, yep, I do. I should not have misspelled the word intelligence, but I was on 2 hours of sleep for like weeks, and I looked it up. I looked up the word intelligence, so I didn't want to misspell it, and I looked up every single word, and I looked at it, and I thought, oh, I thought there were 2 L's in intelligence. I guess not. And then
Now, the look that made all the panties drop on set, on television, in this studio, the queens on set, the male people on set, everyone on set, people who've come to this set to talk about it, had their panties drop when you were the werewolf daddy. Let's take a look. Oh, daddy. He was sniffing poppers. He was living his best daddy life.
I know my audience. That was fun. That was a reinvention, recreation of a classic, and I just knew I needed to give something super gay, and that was how I wanted to bring my gay, because I'm always super gay on stage. I'm androgynous. I play to my gay boy audience all the time, and again, I wanted to bring a little piece of me to everything, and that was for specifically for obviously for the pup play, the whole leather daddy audience that would appreciate that, because they show me so much love. I wanted to give them something back too, but a wide variety of people have also enjoyed that look. So I'm grateful.
Now, you managed to somehow fly through a show that can be full of drama with really very little drama. Was that a Vander Von Odd style choice?
I guess so, sure, yeah, definitely. I mean, Vander's a huge inspiration, but just in general, I just kind of stay out of it. I've committed to putting out the energy that I want to receive. And I don't receive a lot of negative energy. I don't receive drama. And if I do, I'm really, it kind of excites me to put them in their place. And just kind of like, sometimes be a little passive aggressive about it, because that's fun too. But just kind of be like, you know what, I'm not going to give you the energy that you were trying so hard to get. And so I don't really get it that much anymore. No one was coming for me. I didn't give them anything to come for. I was super focused on my drag and on my looks. And so even when Madeline had to read us on her extermination for the D&D challenge, and she had to she was trying to call all of us out, she could not think of anything to say to me, so she just called. I think she called me a douche or something, and she's like, "That's not even right." But so it's, I'm happy that people don't really fuck with me, but at the same time, bring it on. I can take it.
Right, you've been training through the drag shows of Southern California for a decade.
I can read a bitch.
Yes, you can.
All Kiki's backstage, getting to know the girls. They were like, backstage, I can fuck with you, but I'm not gonna come with anything actually serious. I'm not going to read someone that I don't know. I'm not going to talk shit to someone that I've already established that relationship with. And so that's where that kind of the traditional drag backstage Kiki comes from. All the fans that want to just go on and read people, that's not how it works. You have to know someone and establish a relationship before you come for someone like that. And I just stayed out of it, and I got the hero edit, so I'm cool with that.
Yes, you did. So prepping for that finale, that's the biggest moment. The 3 looks, the horror, filth, and glamour. You had no sleep. Tell me about what it was like getting ready for that.
I barely remember it because I was just sleepwalking through it all. I know I was very, very stressed out because I was not prepared. I didn't mentally prepare for it. I had hoped to get to top 3, but I literally did not have anything planned. I had this backup costume and this backup costume and pretty much nothing else. I kind of pieced it all together, and I knew my horror. I wanted to do my horror, and I already had this Tin Man look, so I knew I wanted to fuck up a dark, twisted Tin Man that I wanted to eat. I wanted to beat up and kill Dorothy and eat her heart.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew, because I was already performing that version, that my Tin Man has always been a dark version, but I just kind of made him more rusty, and I added a lot to his character. But my filth literally came. I had this whole plan to do something completely different, and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. So I called up my friend, my best friend. His wife works for Real Doll down in San Diego, which is a huge sex toy company, and they make sex dolls, huge sex dolls. And I asked her if I can borrow one of them. I couldn't tell her what it was for or why, and those are $10,000 dolls. Oof. And I just said, trust me, I'll take care of it. She talked to her boss. He was very, very kind in letting me borrow it, and they let me use all the other sex toys, and I kind of built this whole fucking gross straight guy who just disrespects women and has this, just not even straight. I feel like he's just an open-minded, gross guy who just kind of just wants to take what he has and order panties and all kinds of fluids from people. And I wanted to also say, look, this is a normal thing for people to do. These are kinks. So it's okay to have these kinks, but do it in a respectful manner. Like, that actually was really gross in such a political, weird, fucked up way,
Yeah.
And then my glamour, which was trying to bring this kind of singing in the rain, kind of classic Hollywood, but also a mental fuck of seeing someone in the crowd on a red carpet that fucked with you. And it was a mental story where he wanted to murder, and he had these red hands because he realized he had already murdered her or him. And so I had this realization that I already murdered her. So it didn't really play out that way the way I wanted, but it still got me the crown. So
Got you the crown. Sometimes the audience doesn't need to know your backstory like an actor. You're just doing it. Well, you knew you did it because you got the scepter and then blood rained down and
yes.
you were the champion.
Yeah, that was great.
Pretty exciting, really amazing. I mean, you must have heard from a lot of kings around the world who were like, yes.
Yes, and people inspired that had no idea about kings. So it's great, and I'm so grateful to have inspired other kings and showcase that we're validated and we're seen, because that's what's so important. But also people who had no idea that we even existed, and that we take up this space, and you can take up this space, and we deserve to take up this space. And kids and teachers and parents and grandparents reaching out to me saying, my daughter loved Drag Race, had no idea what to do with this inspiration. She never thought that she could be a part of it. But watching you and introducing her to you, she now knows that she has a place in this world. And that's kind of the main reason why I wanted to be on any platform of this level, was to showcase and show. I didn't have anyone to look up to that way. As anyone, when you finally see someone on TV or on a platform, you feel validated, you feel seen, you feel inspired that that person can do it, I can do it in my own way, maybe not even in drag, but you feel that confidence that beaming from that person. So I just wanted to be that beacon of light to all the people that didn't already have it.
Well, sweetie, you are. The artistry, the determination, the talent, you're truly an inspiration, and you showed the world, for sure, kings have just as much of a place as queens everywhere, including on Hey Qween.
That's right.
Yes. And, sir, you have turned it so fiercely that you have snatched the trophy king! Yeah! Take back your trophy, your majesty.
Yes.
Thank you to Erickatoure and Adam Joseph. Now, Landon isn't going anywhere. He's going to stick around and play Look at Her, so you don't want to miss that. Thank you so much, Landon Cider. We love you. And we love all of you. We'll see you next time on Hey Qween. Bye, baby.